So I'm quickly going to run you through the rig that I used this year to win £50,000 on the Fishermania final. Now most people would expect that the rigs that the top anglers use in the Fishermania finals will be very complex, but this couldn't be more the opposite. It's a very simple, very positive rig, and I'm just going to run you through it now. So the first aspect what I want to talk about, and something that's a vital part of when you're fishing for F1s and carp, particularly late on in the match when you're trying to catch really quickly and a lot of fish turn up, is the use of these F1 speed kits. They're only 6 foot long, so there's a lot less elastic in the pole, so that when you're trying to play fish, you can just pull one strip out and it's enough just to net the fish. Especially F1s, you can literally net them in seconds. And on the day of the final, I think this really helped me to be really efficient and catch more fish faster when they turned up at the end of the match. Another thing that's really important is the elastic choice. Now this is a 13 Preston Jura slip. It's a hybrid elastic, a solid, and this elastic is the ultimate F1 elastic for in your short kits in the summer, in my opinion, and it is literally the only elastic that I use all through the summer for this style of fishing. It's great for when you're shallow, when you're fishing down the edge, when you're fishing across. It's just soft enough for fish pound to £5, and if you hook some bonus carp up to £10, it can easily land them and you shouldn't have any problems. Another vital part of my rig is this bead that attaches me line to my elastic. So basically what I've got is a little Guru Dacron bead, which I've removed the Dacron, and it just allows me to use the line direct to my elastic. I just think that helps you to hit more bites and just creates better presentation all around. The main line is 017 N gauge. Nice durable main line. The main line I use for all my F1 rigs in the summer. I can use up to an 015 hook length or down as light as 011, and it matches up really nice. Just keeps your rig working all day. This next little element is my back shot. I've got 2 number 8 cubes, and I think this is really important, especially for fishing down the edge, because what you're trying to do is pin your rig as tight to the bank as possible to try and stop the fish from swimming around your rig and causing your line bites and foul hookers. And by using these 2 back shot, it's 2 number 8 cubes, I can literally pin them into the bank, and every time my float tries to push away from the bank, it'll just pull it back into place, and again it just improves your presentation. The float is a 0.4 Richie Wilson Muddy. Now it's really important to use a heavy float like this when you're fishing in shallow water for carp and F1s, because they tend to come in numbers, especially late on. They'll swirl all the peg around, and if you have too light a float, it'll just waft out of position, it'll cause you to miss bites, foul up fish, and it just won't be efficient. Other important points of the float is it's got a glass stem, so when you're fishing in really shallow water, like on the day it was around 18 inches deep, your float often ends up in your landing net and it's bending on your net. You don't want anything that can break, and these are really strong floats. And I've also got 2mm bristle, so they're not going to just pull under at the slightest liner. It allows you to distinguish, your bites really well. Brilliant float for down the edge. And then the shotting pattern again reflects the positivity and trying to keep me bait still. I've just got 6 number 8 cubes above a short hook length. This just pins the bait over the spot where I've fed, and it, like I say, it just stops you foul looking fish and getting line bites. The hook length's 3 inches, like I said, 013 N gauge. That's just perfect for F1s and even for carp. It balances nice with the 13 Jura slip. It just works really well for that. And then I've got a size 16 Super LWG hook, which is my go-to F1 hook, nice and strong, and it's perfect for an expander pellet or 3 or 4 maggots, which were my hook baits on the day. So like I said, really simple rig, really positive, and this is the rig that, like I say, won me £50,000 on Fishermania this year.